In today's video, I'm going to talk about all the things I sewed in November and a few upcycles and makes. Of course, I sewed this lovely black cat ornament, except I think he's real and I think he wants to get down. So let's get started. So I put him down, he's insisting on being picked up again. If you're wondering why he has some fur missing on both front legs and a little bit under his chin, it's because he recently went in for a dental surgery. He's quite elderly and he needed his teeth sorting out. The surgery did not go ahead and he nearly died because he was allergic to something that they used to put him to sleep. So that was a little bit stressful. I'll put up an update all about Gimlet, but he's currently well and yes, not doing too badly at all. And I am far more stressed by what happened than he is because he's already forgotten all about it. So just pause the video to get all the cat hair off of my mouth, which didn't even kiss him, but somehow it was stuck there. So I'm going to talk today about all the things I've sewed or upcycled in November. Now, it is still November whilst I'm filming this, so some of it I will probably appear in different clothes, so we'll just get started. And I'm still covered in cat fur. So the first thing I made, well, not the first thing this month, but one thing that I made was this shirt. This is the About Town shirt from Pattern Emporium. I'll stand back so you can see it a little bit more. I'm going to put some footage in of me wearing this. Now, I'm going to do a longer video about this one actually because I did make something called a toile, which is a mock garment, shall we say, to check the fit on this. And I was very glad I did because, as I suspected, I needed to make a few adjustments. That's not the fault of the pattern. It's just that there's a lot of things that I needed to think about with this garment, like the bust darts and the, you know, how low it went and, you know, the sleeve length because I'm not very tall and the hem and all sorts of things. So I am glad that I made that mock garment. One thing that happened after I made the prop one, I was so pleased with my pattern matching and everything. It's got a centre front seam, but very pleased with the pattern matching. It shrank after I washed it. And yes, I always wash my fabrics before I sew with them. So I don't know what happened there, but it's 100% cotton and it shrank a little more. Not so much that I can't wear it. It's meant to be a cropped top anyway. It's maybe a little short now on the cuffs, but you know, I often wear 3/4 cuffs anyway. So it's fine, but I'm going to actually hold it up against the pattern pieces just to see how much it's shrunk. I will definitely be making this pattern again. There's no buttons or anything, so it's super fast and easy. Probably the easiest collar I have ever done. And these real sort of fun, they're almost like a fake sleeve. You just sort of fold and fold and fold, and Pattern Emporium are really good for those little details like that. And I set the pockets the opposite way round, so we get the cross stripe, and I matched all of the checks where I could. As I said, I'll make a longer video all about the adjustments I made to this pattern, but that's the first thing I wanted to tell you about for November. The next thing I made was quite simply, I just hemmed this this little tablecloth. I don't know if I showed this in the last video actually, so I won't talk about it much. It's just a square of fabric that I turned under and hemmed, and that is so that I could have something to put stuff on when I was making cooking videos. I do love green, so I thought I'll make green. It's already got multiple bits of food on. I keep throwing it in the wash and then wanting to make another video. I've just been bought a brand new freezer by my mother as an early Christmas present, and so I'm rapidly cooking to fill it up, so putting lots of cooking videos on the channel, or at least filming bits of them. So that's the next thing I have for you. Another thing I've been working on is, I showed you the necklaces that I bought in a charity shop. They were very cheap, but they're strung overly tightly. I think it may have been done on purpose to make them very wiggly, but it annoyed me. So out of 6, and I separated them out, and there were 3 longer ones and 3 shorter ones. This is one of the shorter ones, but I have restrung this and I'm much happier with it. But do you know what? It's taking so long. I've tried everything to, they're on nylon thread. I've tried everything to get them off of the nylon thread and onto, you know, another piece of nylon thread. I've tried gluing the threads together, but just isn't enough room to squeeze 2 pieces of thread through the same bead. So I am literally having to just thread them all by hand. But then I think to myself, you know, it'll get done eventually if I do a few a day. Maybe, let's see. So the next thing I made is a bit of an upcycle. It's not for me, it's for my friend Farah. She's currently out in Bangladesh. I think she comes home tomorrow. She's out visiting family. And I think on one of her previous trips, she bought this scarf, and it's quite stiff fabric. almost sort of chiffony, so it is transparent, but it's quite stiff, and she wasn't really sure what to do with it. And then she said, could it be some kind of beach throw, Michelle? Could you show me how to make a neckline? I'm not going to show her how to make a neckline because we have previous experience with Farah's sewing. Much as I love her, thought it better just to do it myself for her. So what I did was I just found a pattern. I think I used the pattern Emporium batwing jacket just to get the shoulder slope. I could have used any pattern really just to get a shoulder slope, so I cut the shoulders at a slight slope, and then I made a neckline just by cutting and bias binding. I think I used a t-shirt pattern to get the back neckline, made the front neckline a little lower, although it's a flat piece of fabric so it could go either way. And then all I've done is sort of, after I've left room for the arm to come through, I've just sort of stitched a short amount of stitching, you know, about that much, just so that it doesn't flap open. You know, it's transparent anyways. It's the sort of thing you'll wear over a bathing costume or in the summer over jeans or something, and she'll probably want to wear a belt with it. And then I just kept it full length and kept the original edging on the scarf. I'm going to see her. She lives in Brighton in the UK, which is quite a trek for me, down on the south coast. She's always moaning that I live too far away. She's the one that moved. My daughter's the same. They all move away and then they wonder why I can't get there very often. So I'm going to visit her in a couple of weeks in Brighton, which is a lovely place on the south coast, and I'll be taking this and one or two other projects that I've done for her along the way. She doesn't get away with it quite scot-free because I'm going to ask her to help me with some website stuff. So always good if you've got friends that you can trade skills with. And Gimlet is meowing at me. He's just had food. I don't know what he wants. What does he want? I'd best go and find out. So I have a ton of projects waiting for me that either pieces of fabric that I purchased or a lot of charity shop, that's thrift store if you're in America, a lot of thrift store jewellery finds. So I'm going to ignore him because he's got everything he needs. So I had this necklace. Now I have changed the beads a little bit. I bought a necklace, this necklace with a few other beads in. I think the black one's original, and I love the way it was kind of asymmetrical, like it didn't match, and had my favourite colours in. It had some bright red and some black and some ivory and some green. It broke several times, and every time it broke I sort of lost more beads from it, and so I've actually bought these beads, which are new ones, and I think the black ones were the original, and I think these green ones might have been original too, and then I added these other ones in. So a little asymmetric necklace there, and yeah, I just really like the way it hangs. I've purposely put the clasp in the middles there so that the red beads will hang off center. So I did all the filming for this video, and then I realised I didn't have an outro. I hadn't filmed an outro, so here it is. Do let me know in the comments about all of the things that you are making creatively. It doesn't have to be sewing. I'm just interested to hear what my audience is up to. Don't forget to free subscribe, because everything on this channel is fully approved by cats. And remember to stay kind to yourself, stay kind to other people, and most of all, stay kind to the animals.